was so blue. Like meat-eating vulture, they neglect agriculture. Mega fans of phony, Mama Guy Caroni, Sweet Man Glenn and Sharma came face to face with the karma. And it was awful,
gone through it to pull.
Don't need a big mouth to tell them go. Watch her and see they just follow
now.
Before we regret tomorrow, please. You're setting a bad example. Family values they trample. Go. It's only vice they desire
now.
Before the 5 years expire. Like a dog with fleas
and down on their knees.
And a bleeding go now. Before we end in bankruptcy. Before they empty the treasury. Streams turn into rivers then into seas. Is why I'm bleeding go now. Immediately. And don't forget your AG go now. Please. Love to quarrel, always oral, highly immoral. They let the good doctor starve to death. Used to court him, once support him, no road to point for him. But once in power, they quickly forget. They love confrontation, so no mediation. The case by the Privy Council, but the warriors is settled. You see, you could make a fortune filling up a lagoon. The environment is boosted out its people too. Is why I want them go. With them old lies they peddling now. It's only PR they selling. They wouldn't tell me the whole truth. The man just wanted a root. Before they carve out a mountain. Before the cost we start counting. Like a dog with fleas, a dog on their knees. And I'm begging go now. Always get the contract. Who profit from the kickback? Streams turn into rivers then into seas. Is why I'm singing go now. Tell Munilal and Surush. It's best they seek refuge go now. Please.
91.5 Real FM got you covered.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, ear to ear. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over, they unleash the lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley.
But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw.
I don't need to close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle
now.
Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So maybe I repeating go. They're like a natural disaster now. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I'm begging go now. We and I did one week. Prophesy to the country. Streams turn into rivers then into seas. Is why I'm singing go now. This is my humble petition. And if it ain't for election, go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady. Honeymoon end before the romance.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
My partner Big J does say, I want to fall. Me, I want to fall. I want to stand up for my rights. appeared so easy for the new PM in the city. I say this man is a magician with his golden pen in his hand. See me waiting for miracles, but all I get in is basket and brambles. With lawyer tactics so he could deceive, cause he's so gullible and so naive. By the stroke of a pen, massive increase in salaries. They were broke, so no more money worry. By the stroke of a pen, a whole family on the breadline. A special need child, he was only 9. By the stroke of a pen, embezzlement in lotto, you save a man to make lotto. By the stroke of a pen, the boss flies in helicopter to see kayaks wet in rainwater. The pen never drink, the pen never smoke, but somehow that pen catch a stroke. I say this man can be serious, like he out to puppy show us. Running our country is no game. It's not about likes and fame. You promise sun, wind and rain. What on earth you won't promise again? In the same breath you changing your mind. No paper to be signed. By the stroke of a pen, free money in GDP, but you must be in certain category. By the stroke of a pen, Chinese houses was snatched away. 70,000 they cannot pay. By the stroke of a pen, planting only black pepper, forget coconut, meg and banana. By the stroke of a pen, make me an ambassador to Dubai, China or Russia. What happened to the damn pen? I don't know. Maybe the ink just stopped flowing.
Devon.
Yes, master.
Igwe. What go on?
I did.
Are you back again? Here we go again. Same old thing again.
Lion tactics.
So what is the latest with you, Devon?
Well, just taking it one day at a time. Thank God that, I'm alive. Give Jah thanks and praises, and I'm here.
Independent Talk for Sunday.
I like
The 17th day of November 2024, Igwe.
Yeah.
Grenada still remain our constituency. Here is our parliament, and with the people's spokespersons blessed and protected by the Ancient of Days, Devon. Devon,
Mastercard.
a lot of farmers have been meeting me or calling me and asking me what is the true purpose of the relief, the monies they're giving. Is it for farmers who got damaged during burial, or is it just for farmers alone? Because a lot of them say even last Friday they went in the bank again.
They don't get nothing.
Only to reach out by the teller, and the teller tell them, we're sorry, there's no money in your account. No. We heard Toes, Lennox Andrew, outline how payments was made. And he had payment for farmers in St. George's, St. David's, St. Mark, St. Andrew, St. Patrick's, and I don't know about Carrico because it seems they didn't really say much about Carrico farmers.
At all.
But Carrico, Pity Matnik, and St. Patrick, to a lesser extent St. Mark, bear the brunt of burial. And still have farmers in these locations that has not received a dime from the CRIF money.
And that is disturbing.
It's not Deacon money, or Toes money, or Dennis money, or Andy money. So why the people in the most affected areas you still have farmers not receiving their monies.
It's disturbing.
What's your take on that, Devon? Because somebody has to explain this thing.
Well, that to me is a blessed afternoon to all our listeners and viewers wherever you are, and so north, south, east, west, and so and we're blessed to be here with you today. Master Carl, it is not surprising that you have all this thing going on with the farmers and that thing, because from the onset, these guys were using the CREF money for other reasons or other things that is not supposed to. And the farmers is a typical example, because I cannot understand that farmers in St. George's, because they say over 4,000 or 5,000 checks were given out to farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Farmers in St. George's, in St. David's, you understand, and these places, they should not be given the priority over farmers in St. Patrick's, in particular, St. Andrews to a lesser extent, you understand, and Carriacou and Petit Martinique. But it seems like they are using that money to basically whip up political support by just giving farmers, and yet for all the farmers who are affected and not getting. That is terrible, and that is a worthless thing for them to do. Because shame on you guys, because you guys go around as MPs handing out checks to farmers when this is the job of the extension officers and the public officers and so. But it's not surprising too, because look at what the Prime Minister do to the Foreign Minister and the Grenada Board of Tourism when he said that he is the biggest seller. So I won't surprise when they do these type of things, right? And who are affected is the persons who day by day have to be toiling in their land and who really need the support. It is I cannot understand, Master Carl. These guys, like they turn upside down. They think different. Everything they do, the persons who need it, the majority of Grenadians who need it, they don't give them. But a minority who don't need it, they give it to them. That is not something that have to come. And we have to keep talking about it and ensure that this thing is equitable. This thing is fair to our farmers. You understand? Yes, it is a contribution that the farmers welcome. Those who need it. But it's disturbing to know that you're just giving Tom, Dick, and Harry and your supporters, and I would just destroy
Devon,
the farmers.
It begs the question. Because of the non-payment to many farmers whom we know, and because we heard in the news, which had us confused, that owners of 11 acres of land, husband get, wife get, and yet still your farmers walking to the bank and nothing happening to them. So is it reasonable, Devon, to believe that the CREF money was misused?
Or is being misused?
Yeah.
Is
it reasonable to assume or to ask, was the CREF money used to pay salary, which is a recurrent expenditure?
Yeah.
Because we hear in the budget deficit is about 144 million. So was some of the CREF money used to prop it up? Because we know what was the purpose of the CREF money was not for recurrent expenditures. It was basically for infrastructure, and then we don't see infrastructure in Carriacou, Petit Martinique and Sortes. So we want to know.
Tell us. Show your all face and tell us. I know it is surprising too, they're using the CREF money in the whole housing scheme. And so imagine, information circle that they build a sample house, right? Boasting about it is this and that, and is for the future. And where you went and built it? In Grand Anse.
We didn't have nothing.
Where there is nothing, where no one has been affected. You understand? Why you guys so dotish and foolish? And then you talk about you all is the best politicians and the most honorable and so. You see, that is why the foolish mistakes that you guys make. Could you a program like housing, you piloting it and you piloting it in an area that is not needed? Beryl just and the money you're taking to do that is money that was allocated for infrastructure development, especially housing for the people of Karakou, Petit Martinique, and
well, the people with damages was incurred.
Yeah, I mean it's good afternoon to the people of Karakou, Petit Martinique, and so on.
Boy, I was so saddened by that rains when Tuesday.
Yeah,
visited that people I'm in Karakou.
And then the lightning and so that passed the couple days before.
This government really have heart, you know. And
No,
seeing that the symbol is the heart.
They do have. They replace it with just a paper something. They can't. You cannot be human being or comfortable when you're seeing all these things going on and you have hundreds, if not thousands of people dislocated who need proper housing. Yet you have persons in tents and so. I mean, come on. What is going on? Why our people have to go through that? I mean, give me a good reason, politicians. You in office, why you treat our people like that? Why do our people have to go through that? When there is money allocated to assist them. Look at how many months now. From the 1st of July up till now. If there is 50, and I give it a thing, or 100 houses in Karakou and Petit Martinique that was built back, it's a lot.
And most of the houses that was built back in Karakou because of insurance.
Yes, and were incurred by the private owners and so. But look at the thousands of people who need the assistance. They can't get it. They have to go through all sorts of foolishness to get assistance to put a roof over their head. I mean, you guys ain't thinking straight, man. All you come last with that.
So Devon, that brings me to the small matter of why the farmers are not being paid, the rest of the farmers. Is it a case where the money done?
Money run out.
Or the money run out because it was used for other purposes? Imagine you put in 25 million in GDB. The Minister's Bank, the NDC Minister's Bank GDB, and you have farmers walking in the bank every Friday,
I can't get.
only to realize there's nothing going on for them.
The money done.
Which brings me to what I hope would be part of the discussion today, Devon. The rescue mission. Now, I'm a simple man, so I use simple terminologies to make my point, Devon. And I said here Friday, the new mantra of the new National Party and its supporters and all people who love Grenada is a matter of rescuing Grenada. And I stand by saying the people must know what are we rescuing from. There are some who do agree with me and tell me that is not the time and place, but I beg to differ. Because the people must know what is the expectations as to the rescue mission. So before I get into the meat of the piece today, Devon, I just want to inform people we had a rescue mission 1.0 in 2013. Remember 2013, Devon?
Yeah. After the disastrous government of the NDC, 2008 to 2013.
We had the rescue mission in 2013. And so I want to just let persons know. what it is about.
NDC organization, they like babies, you know. They keep messing all over the place, and then we had to come around and come and clean it up. You understand? But it's okay because we are patriotic. You understand? We are loving people, and we all about country and not about self. So continue messing all over the place. We want to clean it up.
You remember we had
country
to
first.
unpaid claims in the treasury. We had to rescue that.
Yes.
$110 million. People didn't walk in. We had to rescue that. The youth did not hope.
Yep.
We had to rescue that. We had to rescue the government from scandals.
Salaries were due.
Salaries, the haircut,
Had to do that.
debt forgiveness.
Yeah.
So that was Rescue Mission 1.
Yeah.
So now, Rescue Mission 2.0. So it is timely and needed, what is not just a mantra or just saying of words. According to one person, not word salad. Rescue Mission 2.0 is the new mantra of the official opposition and the entire NNP party, including the widening support the organization has been attracting. Rightly so, they are making the case that over 2 years, the Deacon Mitchell administration approach to governance is doing sufficient and in some cases irreparable damage to the people's economy and reputation of the country, warranting urgent response and ultimately regime change in an effort to rescue the state of Grenada, Carriacou and Pitimatnik from the chokehold exerted by the NDC. The word rescue means to save someone or something from a dangerous, harmful, or distressing situation. It often involves immediate or urgent action to bring safety or relief. It is safe to accept that there isn't a more appropriate phrase to describe the mission that must be urgently accomplished to restore some kind of normalcy befitting to the citizenry of our country. The attack on free speech, we need to rescue that. From day one, the current administration was very glaring when the Prime Minister announced that the people's business would be disseminated on a need-to-know basis. The PM is well aware that the functioning of the government includes foreign trips taken by the members of his cabinet and in the public interest and should be shared in a timely manner, not while he is in the air. We have to rescue the nation from that. Moreover, on their return, a full report must be given to the people. After all, they're working at the behest, and indeed it is our tax dollars that furnish them with bi-monthly $15,000. So far, there are a number of foreign engagements involving our beloved Prime Minister that we know nothing about, or very little, and the little we heard started by a foreign entity like the oil saga. What's left of the media? Starving for information, receiving response like, I don't have nothing to say. After frolicking in Barbados, being fully aware that there was an impending hurricane, when the public makes sufficient noise, he conveniently hops on a few kiss-up media platforms and further embarrass his bright intelligence self, like when he boasted on GBN about the cricket gears he got from Nigeria, unaware that he might be revealing a possible setup by an oil tycoon. How else will we get the sticky hands of the ministers out of the coffers of the Grenada Development Bank, now known as the Ministers' Bank? The blatant disregard for the rule of law, as the Prime Minister continued to grant loans to the cabinet ministers with impunity, fully conscious that the action contravenes the law, it's safe to say that the rule of law is under attack by the administration as they break the law by enact stiffer penalties for other classification of crimes, declaring larger prison and referring to ordinary man as comes and goons and no goods. That is in relates to the firearm thing. Remember, Senator Lacred became the sacrificial lamb when he attempted to pursue corruption at the National Lottery Authority. This good minister found himself at a juncture where he was crucified by the Prime Minister. Barabbas was freed. That's the state of affairs in our country. And then, how else would we correct the government's obvious neglect for the people of Carriacou and Pitimatnik and the northern part of the country? Jeering at them while they suffer in the rain and mud. A response that would go down in the history as the worst response to a disaster in modern times. I'm not sure what Grenadians expected during our flood this week, which affected many, taking a precious life. The government simply can't be bothered. Telling untruth seems to be their view, and the answer to it is always silence. Any person anywhere would conclude that our current construct can only be transformed with a strategic and profound rescue mission and nothing else. We continue to prepare and gather the troops. We shall overcome soon. We shall overcome someday. Devon, let me hear you.
Well, I mean, not much to add. You have said it rightly, because we are definitely on the path to rescue Grenada. Again, having seen all the disastrous moves that this government has made, has put our country decades back, right? And it will take a teamwork of the new National Party to ensure that this country is being rescued and everything is put back into place. Because look at what our Prime Minister is doing. And he's leading, as he said, from the front. Right? He's not accountable. He lies all the time. Right? And so look at some of our ministers. Look at look at what they are doing. Right? I mean, so as an organization, NNP has to be prepared. We have to put things in place to ensure that that time is coming sooner rather than later, that Grenada has to be rescued from the clutches of these. I mean, sometimes you can't find words to describe them. Poor people terrorists. You understand?
So we need to gather the troops.
We need to. We need to put all things in place. You see what I'm wearing? Military. Ready for them. Understand? We are organized. We are prepared. We are ready to go on the ground to engage people, to let them know what has to be done and the way forward. We must not be scared. The road is not smooth enough. It's rocky. But we have to put on the right shoes, have our armor, and we must be prepared to face it out there, because these guys they are ready for us. They have money, they have what they call, they have everything. But we have the know-how and we have the people with us. We must never forget that. Our organization is strong. We just need to focus on what we have to do as an organization. Let it be done. Let us get it done and move forward. No one is waiting on us, We as an organization, NNP, must be prepared to make the hard decisions to rescue our country. We cannot afford to backslide. Myself, Master Carl, and all those who on a different platform are sacrificing. We are sacrificing ourselves to ensure to bring the information to you out there so you can make informed decision and be prepared for that day when we will take Grenada again. 2.0, we are ready to rescue our country.
So, as usual, my phone calls came in this morning at 3 a.m. And one particular person says to me, the next thing the Prime Minister is going to come and talk about is tomatoes. I say, no, the man talk about black pepper already. You see some thing on the internet where you walk into some place with tomatoes. You see that on it? Yeah, they see on social media, they see him walking with some tomatoes, so they say soon. And very soon, don't expect him to come and speak out tomatoes, go with the new thing. They say forget cocoa and nutmeg and so on. Forget farming and we just go and do tomatoes.
Forget about the spices.
You don't go in the mountain and pick up spice again. You pick tomatoes.
But Handy, Handy is one that said it in the beginning, He doesn't have no original ideas. But it's not just he, the entire organization, they have no original ideas. I mean, and it shows. Look at what they are doing, 2.5 years, and they cannot come up even with a capital project to show the Grenadian people that, look, we have been planning and trying to implement this and that.
Yeah,
everything is leftovers.
All right. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Carl.
Hi, what's up?
We all taking this thing. Do we all seen what's going on? The serious thing in the country. Look at when the Mitchell committee to run the country. The first thing he was calling Karakou, Pitimatic and Karakou. With the disaster that come, the hurricane came from Pitimatic, Karakou, and part of Grenada. Disaster that passed on Tuesday took out Pitimatic human lives. This thing is not an easy thing. This thing is not a hand of God. I don't care what nobody have to say. Because from the time you start calling Pitimatic and Karakou, I say something wrong. This man is not a man of God. Matter what's going on, yes, the rain come from above, but what's going on there? Something is not right on this earth here. Something is not right. People take care, see what's going on. Look at what's going on. It's not an easy task for Grenada. It's not an easy task, I have it to say. Careful. Careful, people. There's a lot more to come. Be careful. Have a good evening.
Okay, my friend. Have a blessed one.
Today, we have to stay woke.
Have to stay woke. We can't let things slide. We have to focus on what is important for our country. Because we are in a dread state. Look at the deficit. Over $120, $30 million. I mean, what is going on? What is wrong? Right? Brother Toll say that we have plenty money.
They are surplus. What?
We are surplus.
Because it begs the question, Devon. What has happened to we meet a lot of money? To 100 million from Saudi Arabia.
What is wrong?
How much? What does call it? Supplemental.
Yeah.
How much we collect in August? $32.4 million more than what we should collect. But they're not telling us how much money they spend or the government has to spend every month.
Expenses.
And why we have a budget deficit. And why the budget will be late. And where the funding of the budget would come from. And how is the CBI really doing presently? Because there was a boost, 1 billion, but what happens now? And that is the crux of the matter. So is our Prime Minister on a mission to beg? Like when he went in Nigeria by the oil tycoon? What is really going on in this country, Devon? And that is the crux of the matter, and that is the question must be asked, and that is why when we speak out rescuing Grenada, is from those things within. Because, Devon, the new National Party was in power from 2013 to 2022. We had Livera project, we had Six Sense. What you want in Grand again?
Silver Sands.
Sandals.
That road in Mount Kuma.
Yeah.
So we've seen capital projects.
Yeah, lots of them.
Now they're making more money, more passport, more investors. We don't see nothing. Let's take the call.
We've seen higher salaries though.
Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, guys. Master Carl.
Hey.
Good afternoon.
Something I would like to find out. Where is the 1-point-something billion we make from selling passports?
Because we have yet to
Nobody
see anything,
talking about that.
any reflection of that.
Nothing. What is going on to our country? You understand?
Need to know.
Right now, I think we're in a deficit because that $118 million, maybe down to $8 million already. If you look at it, why we always want to be in the front, right? As the Prime Minister says, keep selling Grenada. Just think about it, guys. All right? But he keeps bringing finance minister and come with a date. When we going to have a budget? When we going to have a budget? You understand?
On a need to know basis, maybe on a need to know basis again.
Yes. Why are you pushing back the budget to next year? Yeah? Why are you doing that? You always want to be to the front. So why are you going to go into the back now? You understand? Come forward and tell us why you can't call that budget right now. Good God, man. Think about it. You know, man? You're talking about trying to sell in the hospital, right? You're looking for a third party in the hospital. Well, you have to talk about insurance for every Grenadian. Every single Grenadian first, before you could reach to that. Think about it. Before you think about new hospital or nothing, you must have an insurance for everybody. And this Grenada Carriacou and Petit Martin. Mr. Prime Minister, sit down and listen. Be a good listener. Be a good listener, for heaven's sake. Don't just talk like if you feel you know it all, right? Yeah? Before you, we had Miss Wall, we had Tirani James. You understand me? The smallest island in the world to win a gold medal. Mr. Prime Minister, you forget all of that? Come on, Mr. Dutu Mitchell, do better than that. Do better than that. And you want a man as the Deputy Prime Minister who can't even pronounce a word properly? The rest of the islands laughing at us. Come on, man. Do better than that. And that's all I had to say for this time. You guys have a good day.
All right. Bless you, man.
Yeah, Devon.
It is.
So where are the investors?
Well, we're still waiting. Dangote is the latest. You can
So,
see.
Devon, the other morning I was there, Thursday, Friday morning. And I received a call. And the person started the conversation. They said, Master Carl, you remember when the Prime Minister called down the spirit of Maurice Bishop? And the caller said, they listen to this radio station. And Senior Pierre referred to it as dabbling with the occult. And other persons refer it as a necromancy. So you see, Master Carl, some questions I want you to ask. Somebody might know about or willing to answer is, was any money paid to any person in the Caribbean island of Guadeloupe a couple of weeks before the last election by any persons from the ruling party? If so, they say, ask the person how much and what was the purpose of that money. And if it was $125,000, so I don't know, so I asked that. And I was amazed by meeting people on the street and they giving me all kind of stories, about the reason why the Prime Minister had to make that statement about Morris and why he had to dabble in the occult and why when he said, Morris, we need you. We look at that as simple, but there was a whole story behind that. So the person said that is why many NDC saying by we don't know how we win the election, and many NNP saying by we don't know how we lose the election. So they say dirty heart can sweep with broom.
God.
The meditation tie up like a rope. So we have to be aware.
Very much so.
But why is the budget being delayed, Devon?
That's $1 million question. What are they planning for the Grenadian people? You know? What it is? Is it that they don't have no way of funding the next budget, or they are so deep, the deficit is so large and they are so deep in expenses and so that they don't know where to turn? I mean, Minister of Finance, you need to let us know.
Because I know you're listening today and I have some questions for him. What is the current account balance? You're telling the nation how much money you collected in August, more than what is expected. Tell the nation how much money you spend in August.
You know what another question I would love to ask the Finance Minister. The Finance Minister, what is the wage bill? And I want you to compare it with the NNP last month in office and compare it with NDC wage bill, salaries and so. And tell us, compare it and let us know if it's greater or if it's less.
The wage bill can be less when ministers used to get $7,000 and now they're getting 24. It can be less. But the caller this morning said to me, Master Caller, you and senior peer does be calling on the doctor of journalism and the photogenic ones and so on. The caller say, ask Roosevelt's carrot to talk to Deacon Mitchell. They say because he see Roosevelt used to counsel them when he was in something in Dominica.
Yeah.
So I would have to ask Dennis through Roosevelt, what is the current expenditure of the government every month?
Every month. 5 million, 10 million. I mean, let us know.
What is the current debt to GDP ratio? On assuming office, how much debt has the National Democratic Government incurred? And why debt suspension and not ask for debt forgiveness? Because if you believe that burial placed the country in a precarious position, okay? So debt has to be suspended, and FRA, Fiscal Resiliency Act, had to be lapsed. So you expect the international community, like multilateral thing like the World Bank, the IMF, the EU, bilateral countries like Venezuela and so on. So you expect these people and them to agree with you, but at the same time, you come into the nation and boast how much money you collect in more than you expect.
Yeah. So they're not listening. The international community not listening. That is why grants and all these things, after a while just plummet. Because you see, A government cannot be going out there asking for donations and grants and everything like that, when at the same time you're using that money to suppress, to oppress, you understand, to use all sorts of tactics to abuse your own people. I mean, which the money is supposed to be for. Not for your own personal gratification. You going out there and asking for money to help develop your country. Not your political organization, but the people of this country. And the donor organization, they are watching that. They are watching your salary. When you came in, what it was to what it is now. They are paying attention to that. They are paying attention to the how much percent that you have risen, the amount of persons you employ. Job for the boys. They are watching that too. You know, so I mean, no wonder why we in such a position at this point in time. I mean, we want to know. Let the people of this country know what is the true picture of our economy.
The government announced that waiver in the value added tax, VAT, the CET, common external tariff, custom service charge, and fiscal incentives to assist people affected by Hurricane Beryl's passage on the 4th. But you see, we could question that because a lot of people that they don't feel in this thing. We currently go and buy the thing, is the same one.
The same thing, yeah.
So this thing is just on paper. Then hear what the government says. Current revenue for August 2024 was $134.2 million, which is $32.4 million more than the 2024 target and $16.6 million more than collected in August 2023.
Wow, we're doing good.
Says, so the question begs, you collect $134 million. How much did you spend for the same period?
Very interesting question.
You say you get $32 million more than targeted. Why are you not servicing the debt? You say it was $16.6 million more than last year. And why is the deficit at $144 million? Why? These are some questions that the Chancellor of the Exchequer, the Minister of Finance, my representative Dennis Matthew Cornwall, could answer. And those say it is on our need to know, because we need to know in shared sacrifice. We want to know what is the expectations of us. Because budget late. And because you don't give it information, you live in massacre to speculate that you cannot find funding for the budget.
But budget late, but that is not the only thing that late, Salaries continue to be late, Master Carl.
Them men and them chum card was paying the retroactive and pension. They both. We pay pension.
Yeah, retroactive.
Kit Mitchell Wiki didn't pay pension. We pay 525 people.
They pay the doc salary.
But the 525 people saying every time you paying late or sometimes staying until.
Exactly. And it incurring interest.
That is why we must ask the questions about the recurrent expenditure. Because we want to know. So the next time somebody come and tell me the thing later, I could explain to them much. The thing is so, the minister says so you have to be a patient. But all for now, because I'll just say thing. So how the bondholders reacting to you don't want to pay debt, but you're boasting how much money you're collecting in excess? How is the multilateral organizations like the World Bank, the IMF, the EU, the Caribbean Development Bank, how are they viewing the fact that you're making $34 $32.4 million more in collecting, but you do paying, you do servicing the debt. How is the bilateral countries like Venezuela and others viewing the fact that you're boasting you're collecting $32.4 million more, but you're not servicing the debt, Devon?
They're not. If these guys have the balls and the guts to take CREF money, what was earmarked, right, for disaster to help, and they could take it to build houses and turn around and sell it for the Grenadian people, these guys are worthless. They are pure poor people terrorists in truth. I mean, if they can do things like that, take away money from the CREF, which was allocated for disaster and disaster-related, issues, and so take it, build houses, and turn around and sell it to the Grenadian people. All your worthless.
So if the reason for debt suspension and suspending the Fiscal Resiliency Act is to facilitate the rebuilding of this country, and you're collecting more money than you expect, why are you not servicing the debt? Yeah. Knowing fully well that the interest on non-payment, the interest will be calculated and converted into capital. And persons who might be in the know, I don't know, but persons who might be in the know claim it could be as much as $34 million added to debt in 2 years. And how would you finance the late budgets? These are reasonable questions.
Yeah,
and these are not political questions.
These are bread and butter questions.
Bread and butter questions. So Chancellor of the Exchequer, you could write. Yeah. You could just write under the post, write today. Yeah. And tell us how much is the debt with the multilateral corporations. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Devon. Good afternoon, Master Carl. You good? How are you guys doing? Indeed. Master Carl, a quick question. What we have in Grenada, a democracy or oligarchy? Which one? What we have? Because I happened to just listen to the Prime Minister with an interview that he did in
the Bahamas?
Bermuda, I think it is. Yeah. In Bermuda. Yeah. And he was basically giving his story of his rise to the political scene. And he made a point when he took over leadership of the NDC and how he overwhelmingly won the leadership role with the delegates voting for him. I was clearly watching that thing, and it was online. And you can clearly see that this thing was in favor for him. But what is amazing that the Prime Minister said it was him and 21 others that was coming into the NDC party as new members. So which means the old members was pushed out or either bought out.
Now remember, he bring them in a place and he give them some plaque.
Right. So the man is clearly saying what he did to get to be leadership of the party. And the reason why I asked the first question is because he now has to pay back those that got him to that position, in my view.
Who paid for the rally and the big fete? You see that already?
Right. So the man is basically confessing what happened. Right? The moderator asked him a question about nepotism based on his speech until I got a stroke of pen. And the Honorable Prime Minister said that he understand, and he'll be naive to say that nepotism wouldn't be going on in the party right now or whatever in the government. But if you are qualified and you support the party and you can do the job, he will give you the job. I want to ask Mr. Prime Minister, is the present person that is in charge of NADMA qualified right now? Is the person that is in charge of GIS qualified right now? Because clearly I saw these people with yellow jerseys in rallies.
The one in
And we
Lotto,
saw what
what
happened
doing
in
the
the last
shopping
couple
is
of
too.
years. The one in Lotto, yes. Even the Attorney General, is that person qualified to be in that position? You see, he says things and it goes over his followers' heads.
You
And
don't,
what
you
I
don't
like
go over
about
the
it is
head,
that
they're
he said it,
afraid.
they're afraid to talk about
He
it,
tricked them
you know?
too.
Because here we have a former Prime Minister in the one of Tilman Thomas, who was
Mm-hmm.
leader of the NDC.
Mm-hmm.
This man lost his seating. That's how bad NDC wasn't. The Prime Minister losing
A
his
Prime
own
Minister
seat.
lose his
The
seat.
person who should win a seat. You understand?
The Prime Minister should be in
So
a
that
safe
shows you
seat.
how inept and wicked they are. But they come back to this playbook now that they're giving who they want to give work, who they feel to give work. Right? They said the bill houses in Caracol. Show me where the bill houses in Caracol. Where? People build over their houses through insurance and on their own merit, not on the NDC of the government. They give a house to a lady in Grand Anson. Want to build up better houses in Grand Anson. Make that make sense. And you have people in Caracol where it's falling all now. People in Shutters getting with all now.
Who running for Granans?
A guy called Mr. Andy Williams. I think.
And when you're living in a place for 1 year, you could register in a place to vote?
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that's the reason why, you see, when these people talking, I will listen to all their programs. And lately, they ramp up their attacks, Mr. Carl. They ramp up. They start to cuss, like, they're hiding face now. They get on bad. But, fellas, you guys have a good day. The weather is bad. I get on the outside. Stay safe. I mean, I live in the house to go on the beach. I think, Devon.
Yes, my brother.
You going on the beach in bad weather?
Yeah, that's a special occasion.
Yeah.
That's a special occasion.
We have to go. So, fellas,
Alright.
you have a good one.
All right, my brother. Hey, I want to say a blessed afternoon to a number of friends here from Canada on vacation. You on your final leg. The Pedro and the Black Car, Brown Cock, all of you guys, hey, Lee, you all enjoy yourself and you know, make it count.
Yeah,
make it count.
We have to do something, you know, for one of our listeners on the concrete strip in Granans.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tomika. Happy birthday to you. E!
T, have a wonderful day, my dear. Enjoy yourself.
Let's take the call.
Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Devon. Good afternoon, Masaka.
Good afternoon.
Hey!
Igwe,
Hey.
are you good?
Yeah, we did.
Be on the safe side.
I'm trying.
That all things are possible.
Yeah.
I'm listening all kind of news, all kind of things. I heard the Prime Minister say what he doing with Grenada, they go see it through him?
Yeah.
Something like that? I want the Prime Minister to know. Grenada was on the map with Jennifer Hosten, which is Miss Wall. We had Alan Francis, we had Hazelland Regis, we had Nisha Bonnard. What happened to him? We have the Murray boy, Junior Murray.
Either Johnny come lately, man. Don't worry him.
Well, we have the two brothers, Kirani James, the Fletcher boy was playing cricket. Where you want to sweep the minister of, where you want to sweep tourism to go under the carpet and put in himself? Mr. Deacon. Or how you name, I don't know if that is your name or what name you have. Go back. The past opposition leader said You have to go to a learning school. Go and learn. Think back. Watch Grenada where it was before and where it is before you come in and destroying it. All kind of disaster happening and you out of the island. You flying. One day Congo thing. My old grandparents used to say that. And what good for the goosey, good for the gander. Be careful. Little mouth, what you say. That tongue of yours. Your own tongue going to destroy you. Have a blessed evening. And you take care.
Have a blessed
week.
Okay, and you too. Be safe. You know, Master Carl, they say that they have so much of money, surplus. They boast about how much they collect and everything like that. But you know, the sad thing about it, up to this day, 2.5 years and going now, they cannot complete the River Road project, the mitigation project that was started and almost 3/4 completed by the previous government. Look at the disaster that is happening in River Road at this point in time. Look at what is happening. These things could have been avoided if this government didn't squander the money that was left there for these projects. Look at what is going on. Simple things that's supposed to be done. And as a matter of fact, in the budget speeches, the Prime Minister basically said that this project supposed to be it's easy to finish. Up to this day, it's not finished.
But Devon, everybody know who myself, you, and Igwe support politically.
Definitely.
So, in dealing with the River Road project, let we take out the political lens.
Yes, we take it out.
Let we derobe ourselves of political interference. The two places in River Road where the damages was done is the two places where the work is not completed. Right at the top. And right down by the stadium.
Yeah, down by the stadium. Yeah.
So it is reasonable to assume or to say if the work was finished, it would be a different story.
A whole different.
So anybody who don't believe me, go to River Road
And see for yourself.
and look to see where the bus terminus was, where the bus shed was, and the damages because of the project not being completed.
Understand? And because
And we don't talking about nobody, we don't saying who is accountable yet. We just saying the project, the unfinished nature of the project lent to the disaster.
well, yeah, that disaster that was caused all in the road, and so that was caused because of that neglect for that project. Because if you look at the construction of the walls, the retaining walls that is there, you would see that these retaining walls, they did an excellent job, right, in holding back, the water from doing much more damage. You understand?
But the government representative, those studying to finish the project. We're talking about swimming pool coming soon.
Yeah.
Well, you had a swimming pool in the stadium.
Yeah.
You don't have to believe it.
A massive one too.
You had a swimming pool in the stadium, Claret.
Olympic size swimming pool.
So she
too.
talking about swimming pool coming. You had one.
Alan calls.
Yeah, a real Olympic size swimming pool.
So Claret, you achieve, you think so. Go and boast and say the swimming pool come.
Yes,
Don't say it coming soon.
Yeah.
So we have the swimming pool.
Reach.
Yeah. You could listen. You could. This thing, you're talking about swimming pool coming. Finish the project.
Yes, finish it. Finish
And what?
the project.
The Prime Minister live and go there, they saying climate change.
Yeah.
And that is part of climate mitigation.
Yeah.
And you have some clown who, I take back clown. You have some people who should be in, talking about what? The thing no mitigating. You mitigate, no mitigate. People are supposed to have sense and explaining things to school children. But they say just now they go return to the schools because they don't making sense.
They don't have a choice.
You see, they have to send back that time to the school. They don't them are not mitigating.
Yeah.
So they got to return to the schools.
I mean, it's so this thing. I mean, you got so much
Talking about
money.
swimming pool.
You have so much of money. You're getting so much surplus. You this. We have a lot of money with this and
We
that.
have it.
But
Claudette says she building swimming pool there, van. What else do Claudette on there?
Well, she get it. She don't have to build it, or she get it.
You could understand these people, on them?
They wicked. I ain't no other word to call to describe them. They just wicked towards the majority of the Grenadian people in their actions.
Poor people, terrorists.
Yeah, and you can see it.
And they don't want you to say poor, you know.
No, they don't like the word poor.
But they vex anytime you use the poor. So-called poor.
And in what disgusts me, there are those who supporting this government, right? Massacre, I don't have nothing, you don't have nothing, but they worse than us.
Yeah.
And they don't want to stand up to see that persons like us and them, and who are still less fortunate than them, get benefits. But instead, they stand up and defend a group of poor people, terrorists, to raise their salary from $7,000 to $20-something thousand a month. That is what all you like. All you like to support stupidness. Stand up for all your rights. Stand up and do what is right. Let them pay all you the $5,000 and $6,000 when all they're working in them political in the offices and so. Right? These are the things all you have to worry about, and stop supporting the worthlessness by these politicians. They ain't care about all you.
Devon, what behooves me was they don't want to hear you mention poor. But when Parliament opened and Alice in Wonderland, the guy what don't know he heard from it, he gave them an opportunity to speak. All claim they came from poor parentage.
Poor parentage. The word
but
poor.
They don't want to hear the word poor. Until the former Prime Minister said the so-called poor.
So-called poor and vulnerable. Honorable Tillman,
And
what's wrong with
all of them claim Igwe. They came from poor background.
Poor parentage.
So when it is convenient to them, they invoke the word poor. And after that, they forget it.
But when it's practical,
but they tell you the worst thing that could happen to an individual is when poor people taking advantage of poor people.
That's a terrible thing, you know. That's a terrible, terrible thing. Master Carl. I mean, I cannot understand. And you know, there are persons out there supporting this foolishness no matter what. Talking about this daytime now. You watching wrongdoing. Wrongdoing. Like the Union in St. Andrews 200 feet road project that was given to a particular gentleman, signed, seal. I have the contract, you know.
Yeah, Devon, speak to that.
Signed, seal by the person in the Ministry of Mobilization, and so with a stamp on it. And you know what happened? A political hack, a goon in one of the offices in St. Andrews, turn around and take away that project from the gentleman. You know, well, I know how that working. I mean, it's a miracle. Take away the project from him. Tell him that he has the project no more, and then turn around and employ the same person as a foreman and pay him $100 a day. The same man that they take the work from. How Minister Andrews, I go tell you which Minister Andrews just now. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, my friend.
How you all guys doing?
I'm okay.
We're trying our best.
I listen to advertisements during the special the 12 o'clock program that they have, or the NDC have on Sundays. And I took note of it only now, today. Because I heard it before, but I didn't take note of it. And the advertisement says, in conclusion, one of the most dumb, stupid representation of this administration show up in that advertisement. And listen what the advertisement says. The funding for a gala dinner they will be having, the profit from it or whatever you could explain would go to the Carico. Good thing. That thing is so ugly and senseless, eh? To restore Carico, one, and the other one is for the WASH program. Good thing. That's how Grenada come. That's how Grenada come with the administration that have to use funding from. Good thing. What really going on in this place? When I get angry about such a thing, the embarrassment that is showing up, that's how Grenada come. You are doing as an administration of a country. You are doing fundraising to function, to relate to, get a country to run,
Well, you see
to
who
build
beg.
back Carico, and to do the WASH program.
Well, you see who
The
beggy
WASH program
beggy.
is that thing where you're going to build bathroom and toilet for people who have less fortunate situation to handle, you know. Good thing. That's how Grenada come. Nah, man. It's an embarrassing situation. And I listened to the Prime Minister interview with a, well, I don't know if to call a lady a journalist, because that's the most biased, senseless way of how you relate to. There's no objectivity if you listen.
He was having a conversation with a friend.
Eh?
He was having a conversation with a friend.
Well, apparently so.
That's not an interview. That was a conversation with a friend.
That can be a journalist who is objective and projecting what our understanding should be about when it comes from a prime minister of a country. But you know what I mean? If you listen to that interview, one good thing that show up is that he give Keith Mitchell a whole lot of credit, the former administration a whole lot of credit, you know. He couldn't shrink away from it. Because
The same set of people he said did nothing.
I didn't hear you.
The same set of people he said did nothing.
No, he couldn't say that today. That's what he didn't say in an interview. What he said, to quite an extent, if I put it in a sumptuous way, is that he inherit a whole lot of good things from the previous administration.
Okay.
If you listen to it carefully, it is acknowledgement.
I'll go back and listen to it in its entirety.
Yeah, man. Yep. He learned a lot from Keith Mitchell. He learned a lot from the previous administration. And to an extent, he tried to flatter Keith Mitchell. I listened to the interview and, wow. No. This guy is obnoxious.
You better start to
We have a
plant.
serious complaint.
You better start to plant tomatoes, eh?
We have a I hate about the tomatoes earlier on. I don't know what that among to. But, I mean, maybe he continue to embarrass himself continuously.
He billionaire friend.
Because,
They say a billionaire friend in Nigeria has invested $20 million in tomatoes, cultivation and processing.
okay.
That's why you see him around a tomato field. He doesn't do thing ordinary. So just now, so get ready to plant tomatoes. We go export to Nigeria.
Well, that could be a good idea. But now, man, watch, this Prime Minister is a joke. This man is out of context. And you know, the way he puts things to people in a succinct, in a simple way, that he could deceive who not listening carefully.
Let me tell you something. You is a man that well read. And when Lucifer was in the garden, he tell Eve, watch. The man don't want you to know good and evil. That's why he telling you not to eat. He didn't come and tell her in a rough way. He tell her in a subtle way. He say you go know good and evil, so eat.
That's how this guy.
Just so this guy do anything.
He know that trick. Deacon Mitchell know that trick very well. And there's that kind of dotishness about baby Jesus mentality in Grenada. The few people who get caught up by that, we need to take note of what that means.
You know, just
I could take the whole evening to talk.
You know, just before the last election.
If again.
You know, before the last election.
All right, my friend.
The one before the last. Oh, okay, we'll take the call first.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, caller.
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to speak a little on what Devon was speaking about in regards to the contract.
About, you speak up a bit, we don't hear you.
Oh, the contract. The contract Devon was speaking about.
Yeah, speak up so people could hear.
Yes, apparently it's not the man that really get the contract, but they use his name to get the contract. That's what I'm understanding. So it's not really him that is supposed to.
But whose signature on the contract?
It would be him, but
so
it's not.
So he that get a contract.
I don't know if.
Well, if what you're saying is true.
No, it's alleged.
But if what you're saying is any truth with that trickery still.
It's corruption in all forms of the sense, because at the end of the day, it's not him alone that's happening. That has happened with them. Ministers are involved in that. It's in people's contract, but and then they hire the person. Somebody was saying to me that is what's probably happening in some project in Subies. That the person actually signed for the contract, but
okay. You onto something, you know.
Yes, but the person.
That's why it is believed that the one who acts regular as Prime Minister, some people believe he finished paying the money in GDB already.
Right.
And people was wondering how he get that money because the $25,000 don't afford him. Right. Okay. I ain't saying nothing, I just...
No, that's just street talk. I just saying that it's probably a little thing that's going on. Like people on the upper echelon making small man sign a contract, but not, the contract is not theirs actually. They're making you come back and work and pay. But however it happens, that's what the bubble is about.
So lady,
that's what I understand with
lady, if what you say have any truth to it, we did a investigation independently of the Prime Minister and the ministers.
Yes, because they can't put their name on anything like that, so they're using the small
corruption.
Yeah, that's what I think. That somebody said that's what.
That is why we need to rescue the country from corruption.
Yes.
Igwe, we have to rescue the country from corruption. If what you're saying is true, thank you very much, caller.
They re-employed him so that,
Ind Talk.
A little change, but the contract was inactive.
I have a copy of the contract.
Well, we had the receipts, you know.
If the man signed it, he could do whatever, but...
You might have a contract behind the contract.
A contract. So a contractor gonna sign to be a subcontractor.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
You want next son?
Yeah.
Take it.
Devon, good afternoon. Can you tell Devon to ask Miss L why she's not giving people the material and have the nerve to tell them straight up that she's not giving them? St. Andrews Southwest is in a really bad state. Who's Miss L?
Well,
come Devon talk.
Well, I can't. I mean, the person know Miss L. I know Miss L also.
You know Miss L?
So they will leave that outside. When you go, you go find out.
Yes,
and then you will report next Sunday.
No, but I have to talk about. Let me continue talking about that union thing. This union 200 feet of road have serious corruption in it. Minister Lennox Andrews are calling you out, sir. Pay attention to the corruption that is taking place in your office. Right? And there we come to the whole question of the housing. Minister Andrews, and I can only talk about you because you my parliamentary representative. You understand? Pay attention to the corruption that is going on with those projects that are being given by people and persons in the office collecting the money and pay them out. Mr. Andrews. Yeah. Me and you is friend, you know, and I'm telling you thing, investigate. That's the allegation that's outside there. People are not afraid to say these things because it's happening blatantly.
And Mr. Andrews, who Lennox Andrews?
Lennox Andrews.
You know they don't like you already.
They don't like you. They want to move you.
You know they say now kind of thing. They're looking for grounds to anyway.
Ice you.
Next time I meet you, I will tell you about
Minister Andrews, please put some order in your constituency office, especially in the whole question of road contracts, housing materials, and this sort of thing. You might be surprised to know what is going on there. I say no more. And to the caller who asked, the person who asked the question, well, Miss L is the one responsible, so I don't know, I can't. She has to make the decision.
Make a better try, please. Yes, let's say the colleague. Yeah. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
And how are you all?
Oh, we good.
Okay. Now, a gentleman called a little earlier on and he said something that he heard this morning in an interview. And I too happen to hear part of it, not all. But I would be glad if you all can get that tape because it came over Real FM. If all you could get that tape and play, and then we could go into it because I listened to the Prime Minister's show and while he's singing with some things, I can't finish understanding. I think it need to be listened to and then to get some comments. So the gentleman that called earlier on, the
Gates.
Captain Man.
You have something the Prime Minister does do. You have it there.
Yeah,
please for them to hear what the Prime Minister does do. You lie.
I know that already, but he was polishing up some things nice today, which I think need to be exposed.
You're trying to lie about something again.
Yeah. And I am satisfied that the NDC, the NMP have woken up and is on top of the ball now. But I want to see them more on top of the ball.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that they are woken up. Because I listened to Mr. Peter David last week, Tuesday, and he was not afraid. He was bold to give his idea, his status, what he think, how he look at it, what he think of his chances, and he exposed what he thinks. I don't think there was no question that was placed to him that he was not in a position to declare himself. And I think that's the way forward. The people must make the choice as to who becomes the next political leader of the NMP, and not one man. Dr. Mitchell is a gentleman I love a lot. But when it comes to the making choice for the selection of the political leader of the party, that must be done in the correct way. And I'm satisfied that waking up is done. But I think the parliamentarians, like the same Mr. Peter Davis, same Miss Pierre, same Miss Lewis, and the others, they have to be able to ask the question. I know it's difficult to ask the question in the parliament.
And get answers.
Yeah, they're not getting the answers there in the parliament. And they could always declare them in the parliament because the speaker will tell them take their seat. And you hardly could, really, unless you take the matter to court or what, you hardly could turn down the speaker.
But they have to continue asking the question every time they get the opportunity.
They have
ask it.
Because there are some bleeding questions there that people just doing things on their own. They're not reporting. We're not hearing. Today the gentleman had fired. He have not said a word. We don't know what he's waiting on. There are too much hidden agendas, and the opposition have a job. It is their job. I can't go and ask it. You can't go and ask it. it is their job when it is to see if they could get some answers first. Because they believe it, there are some burning issues. And again, as I said, we can't really ask the question, where is the integrity in public life?
Okay.
Where is them? They're supposed to be speaking. The body was set up by the government to manage the affairs of corruption.
What is Master Bull, Master Cow? You have to understand it.
But they have if you can report, then let people know. Let people know. Because the lady that took the oath to be the chairman of the Miss Bristol, she have a right to report.
But Clifford, you know what needs to happen when it comes to the integrity. I think as citizens, we have a responsibility too, because that committee can't act on its own, despite it's set up by government, whatever. But if we as citizens, right, present the evidence or whatever that we want to see happen, after they have to take it up, they may stall and whatever. But if we do go through the right procedure, write to them, do what is necessary for them to investigate, they would not have a choice.
That's why I said that the LMP as a party wake up a lot now, but they're the ones that will take the initiative, and so that we follow them. We can't go following blind. We have to get. They are our leaders now,
Yeah,
the members of the NMP who are hearing those things. They are our leaders. They have to make sure that they could bring those evidence, do research, bring it to us, and let us help them to get at it. Because there are a lot of things saying, but we can't just go and speak so, We have to have backing, and the parliamentarian must have a way that they can speak. Whether it's in town hall, whether it's in the parliament, we know that they time them in the parliament. The speaker seems to not aware of the rules of
He seems so not aware, doing that by spite.
Well, I will still say not aware, because I don't find the speaker, and I'm a very good friend.
Something wrong.
I don't find it,
Something wrong.
Yeah, I don't find it on top of the bowling at all, man.
Well, the rules are written, and the speaker could read it. So he can't be away. If you is a mason, you must know to use shovel and thing. One work as a mason and can scrill and thing.
Well, a lot of people do that,
Some people don't see them as mason and have the tools,
Yeah.
But put them on the job and they can't do it, like the speaker.
No, but we need some light.
All right, caller.
And things coming down. I mean, look, the year is almost end. We don't want to go into a new year not half foot. We don't know where we are. We must know. So let the leaders of the party take both foot inside now.
All right, caller.
Help us to see feet inside there now.
Don't play hokey pokey. Put it 2 foot in, not 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
When you put inside it, then you're sure
you
have your people voice behind you. So let's
the army gather,
Yeah, let's hope by this and the ending of the year we see the NMP have the on top of things, get on top of some of those.
All right, Clifford.
Take care.
Wonderful.
I said in Rukien Junction last night, and I want you to join me in the chant. Bangers bust, but Susu doesn't. Bangers bust, but Susu doesn't. Bangers bust, but Susu doesn't. So take Susu in you.
Wow, what are those rhymes?
He damn lie.
Yeah, we love that. You were saying something, Master Carl, what word?
Devon.
Yes, my friend.
They say the profit from St. Vincent back in the area again. The same one was around last election.
The profit?
The one from St. Vincent, they say they are wrong again.
The one that had some connection to Tivoli or some kind of thing?
So, maybe election here. Okay. Right, take the call.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes,
hey.
Devon.
Yes, sir.
I think we need to know, besides the guy taking the contract on the outside, right, from the contractor, I think we need to find out who is insider trading in the Ministry of MIT. Who do need insider trading?
Who get in a cut? Put it that way.
Yes.
Who get in a cut?
Yes, because that's important. I think that's important.
You want to know who control the sweet spot?
Yeah.
Yes, I want to know, because if I sign a contract, a man is supposed to collect my money. So how come my money collecting and And you know the Ministry of Finance does not deal with this kind of thing like that.
So
they don't supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. So something wrong. We need to know who do the insider trading.
Well, we go continue to ask and investigate, and we go find out.
But listen, caller. Ministers are supposed to get money in GDP and they get in.
Yes, we all know that, but I mean, that don't mean
members on the board of directors are supposed to get money in GDP and they get in. So things happen that are supposed to happen.
Yes, but what I'm
so this contract thing, and if what Devon is alluding to and what the caller spoke about, if that happen, that massive corruption which warrants an investigation.
Well, Master Carl, what I'm saying to you is that what I'm saying here is because I have information to know what is going on. Whatever is said is not alleged. That is true. You understand?
So you could collaborate that.
Yeah, the personal assistant to the minister is the one who doing that.
Wow. To which minister?
Minister Sancho.
My parliamentary representative?
Yes, yes, that's what is going on.
Well, Minister Andrew, you have to answer your phone because I need to talk to you.
The personal assistant said it. Is that nobody else? No ordinary person outside the personal assistant. So how could the minister don't know?
And I understand that this thing is not a one-off thing. This thing is a thing going on through the continuous thing in the constituency, and that is my constituency. So you not go investigate.
Well, that is a fact. That's a fact. There's no kind of thing with that because I have seen the contract the gentleman sign and everything, and I know the contract is 52,000 something, and the personal assistant.
Yeah. For
you have a receipt?
200 feet of road.
Yes. Yeah.
$52,000 for 200 feet of road. Yes. That is why they changed the procurement.
Yeah.
So they could just give. Well, that was the intention of the procurement. They could give somebody so they could get part of it.
Yes.
That was the whole intention of moving it from $15,000 to $100,000, and we talk about it here. But there are some people like they didn't believe, and now we see it manifest.
Yeah, but that's
so if $52,000 for 200 feet of road, they already work out how much they want from that money already.
Yes.
Wow.
All right. Hi, guys.
All right, my friend.
Devon, this thing smells stinky.
Nah, it real stink. It stink. It smell. It stink bad.
And if that happening, I don't feel it's that the only place that happening.
No.
Because we hear about 90,000 for 2 days work on a bridge up here.
Exactly. 90,000.
Lord have mercy, Lord Jesus. How long? How long?
What is going on?
How long?
In our country.
And that is one of the reasons the country ought to be rescued.
Master, can I also understand, right, that you can obtain contracts directly in the parliamentary offices where they will collect the money and give.
Don't call people names.
No, I ain't calling people names. I'm just telling you what is happening in the constituency offices. You understand? And it's alarming. It's concerning. Look, I don't know, and I don't want to talk about other constituency. I could talk about my constituency.
Yes.
My parliamentary representative, Minister Lennox Andrews. I'm appealing to you, sir.
Now it's time to show leadership too.
Show leadership. Find out what is going on in your constituency office.
Because the thing about it is, there comes a time when somebody got to be accountable for the country money.
Exactly, and I don't want it to be my parliamentary representative, boss. You need to investigate what is going on within and around your circles.
And they don't like you. They might throw you under the bus.
Okay. You could say what all you want, I NNP and I this and that, but all you cannot dispute what I'm saying.
So I will make this call, because you're speaking out your representative, and I will speak to mine. I will say, tell Dennis and Toes, best they seek refuge.
Exactly, you have to seek refuge.
Dennis, I hope that thing not going on up here.
Because that rescue mission is on the way.
I hope you and Toes, Dennis, I hope you and Toes seek refuge.
Man, this thing is so blatant. You understand?
Let me take the call.
Let's take the call. Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Good evening, my dear.
How you doing?
Oh, we're fine.
I calling from Union in St. Andrews. My name is Jenny Williams. I don't afraid to say.
Hey!
It's my brother that got the contract.
Shakalak!
And I decided was to fund him the money to assist him to start the contract. And then
Receipts.
and say he tell him how the ministry says he's a rum drinker. So he cannot get the contract.
Who tell him that?
Whelan told the mother acting as Prime Minister, the Whelan.
Who is Whelan?
He tell Joseph William, my brother, that.
Who is Whelan?
Joseph Whelan is working with Toll assistants. I don't know if he's a campaign manager, I don't know what.
Okay, all right.
Daddy wanna go and measure people land.
Yes. Well, let me tell you, my brother will get the contract, and I stand up with my brother to relax. When my brother signed the contract a few days after they tell him how he wouldn't be able to get the contract again because the ministry say drinking rum, he come down the junk. If they see
So they only need money for him.
why they make him sign the contract if he come down the junk?
Exactly, and he signed.
A junk man could sign?
JW.
Right, so I went and photocopied it yesterday because I go down in the ministry with him in the morning to tell him he come and collect the money because the work done. They give him 7 days pay, $700. After Willan agree with to give him $200 a day, he still boycott him and give him $700. So I want to know if the ministry making up check, if you go and sign and who name they making the check on.
Make sure you have a copy of the contract.
I have my copy. I don't go to school. I pass behind the school house.
No. You don't look as you go below the school at all.
She pass behind it. She pass behind it.
How you talking there? You can never ban it.
No, because they see me brother just drinking rum. Everybody, all man just drink rum.
They feel it ban big.
No, they feel they could tie up.
And they feel it are people.
But he's a
They
good.
feel they got nobody to stand up. But I stand up for my brother.
He's a good mason too.
He's a good mason. And it could work. Because when they start to cast the place now, we'll tell the Thursday, we'll tell him, I don't want you on work because your sister running up your mouth on me.
So the contract, what is it? They don't want him on the contract?
No, the 7 days work they give him, when he go to make it 8 day work to cast the place now, we'll tell him, I don't want you to run your sister running your mouth on me. I have to run my mouth because I'm my brother.
His contract, he can't stay?
No, he don't want him run him. Because my sister running up his mouth on him.
No. But I demand that he have an investigation.
I have a right to run. This is my brother. He born before me. If he kill my mother, I would not born.
So when you go down for about the morning, you will call us and let us know what's going.
Going down in the morning in town with the paper where he signed the contract.
Yes.
I want to know who in the ministry tell Willan to tell him they take back the contract and he can't work again because he's drinking rum and he come and sign contract junk and what and the other.
And let us know.
So I will keep a report tomorrow, please, God.
Thank you, my dear.
Hold on.
So
They say your brother drinking rum.
Yes.
But people say the one who hold the purse does drunk. I don't know that what they say.
Yeah.
So rum drinking only good for them.
Yeah.
Rum no good for your brother.
Drink rum.
Okay.
All right.
Once the people could drink rum in this country.
Don't worry. Just keep us in post, darling. Let us know.
Only do that, you know.
We hearing about more.
Next man in grandbrother before all the around in the year.
Oh,
but the man is afraid to talk, but I don't afraid to talk.
I hear that too. I
was in Gravel, I hear the man talking to somebody by the wall where I don't see long by getting pharmacy. Do a contract, he makes 6 days, they come and pay him out $600 for 6 days, they give him $2,000 extra, and they pay the balance of worker. They have to stop.
And they keep the rest of the $52,000.
The fella in grandbrother, they do that, is a tall fella?
He kind of tall, not too tall. Okay. But I saw him talking to a young man by getting something. Because he's a lab woman, every day they lab is selling.
Definitely.
I'm minding my business. So they may feel now, fish don't want nobody to stand in his name is fish.
Yeah.
He don't have nobody to stand up with him, but I'm standing as a wall.
Don't give up.
All I could say is Bonji.
The same day after they cast the work, the Thursday, Toes was up by the pasture. And my brother approached Toes. You know what Andrew tell him? Keep it on low. He have more contract to get.
Yeah.
Contract he want to pay.
What?
Oh my God! The MP tell him that?
Yes, he tell him keep it on low. He have more contract to get.
No man.
He don't want more. He want to pay for what he do. Because when they cast in the place, let them know about work. Here why the disability resting on the ground.
But let me tell you something. Before you go down there, make sure you copy the contract. They might want to take back the original and trick you. Make sure you have copies of the contracts.
I have copies. I have many copies.
And keep the original for your brother.
I have the original. Nobody can get the original from me.
So don't let them trick you.
Who they could trick? I is a warrior woman. You know?
They took the picture to the well once too often. They go get caught.
I had more than hot pepper.
You had more than 21 pepper seed.
Yeah, they can't trick me. They can't trick me. Guys for orders to
Lordy daddy.
They can't trick me at all. For orders to learn.
Well, we have the contract on file.
Yes, the mind tear up.
Because I tell them anything we come and talk about here, we are receipting.
Yeah, the mind tear up just as Granite and Figlet. You see Granite and you can't get a good Figlet just so the mind tear up.
Now I tell you, dirty hat can wash with soap.
Yeah, they took out order and they insist was fight to get the contract. And how when he don't get it now, they keep silent. They want to take it from him.
The money, I tell you, these fellas can follow the money.
They send much message to me, mother, to tell me, mother, make sure you have the ID card ready. They give him a contract in the Pascal Road. They give me brother message to bring come. I'm so happy for me, brother. I take out money and give my brother money to pay the bus to go down top. I give money to go and open an account in Ariza. Because they tell him they could get a loan from Ariza to start the contract. But I tell him, don't bother about that. I go for him the contract money. And when he don't get his money, you give back me money.
Yes. Right now, the place open like book.
Yeah.
I don't care where they come from.
Nobody can get the original copy from me.
That's good. Hold it tight.
They have to kill me to get it. They have to kill me to get it.
Okay, Miss L.
All right, Melly.
So have a blessed day.
All right.
Okay.
Devon,
we had the receipt.
The place open like book. Yeah?
We had the receipt and that contract came with a stamp. With a stamp from Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation.
That's what they plan to do. That's what they had that ministry to do.
Permanent Secretary Nicole Clark Gully.
Devon, we had the receipt. We don't give them too much yet.
Right.
I want them to get a chance to say it's not true.
Say it's not true.
We challenge them, I dare them to call.
JW, go and get your money.
Yeah.
Let's take the call. Good afternoon and welcome.
Yes, Mr. Carl. You realize what I was just saying? You heard what the lady said? That's why I said that we have to have confirmed information. When you have this kind of information, the authorities, the persons in authority, the parliamentarians, the leading personnel in the constituency, plan go with the people, hold their hands into it. Then you have a case, then you have a point. This is what I want to see happen. Not we just say things. You hear with the facts that the woman gives. Anything she says to be wrong there is her, you know, not because she's saying, she's speaking as a direct person involved in what happened. So the information that she gives must be
right now, like tools gonna get jammed.
That's right, and must be filtered
Keep it on our low.
into our parliamentary representatives and leaders of the village. Those village leaders are the ones that have to take up those matters. The politicians and our representatives and so. Because the lady is giving you counterfacts, you know. She's telling you what happened on the job. She's telling you who the person is. She's telling you his brother. She's telling you what the money they take from him, the money they give him. These are the facts that you want, and let it out. Otherwise, we just spin in top.
Right now, the place open like book. We go hear more and more.
Yeah, we go hear
because people get emboldened. You listen to the program from the start?
No. Incidentally, I've been looking for you, and I ain't getting it at all.
I said, we are preparing. We have to gather the troops. We shall overcome soon.
The man that said that he didn't overcome, you know.
No. Let me show you a vibe. No, let me show you a vibe. A legacy is not for the maker. When you have a legacy, it's not for you, it's for those who come after like us. So he didn't make it, but we go make it.
I prefer to live in hope than to live in paradise.
I don't live in hope, I live in no.
No, but we had this top, our senior personnel, our leaders, you know, and parliamentary group leaders and so on. We had to wake up.
Alright. Okay, Clifford. So, Devon, the lady, hold on, I must give that information before I take that call. The lady what calls, she needs to take the matter to a lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she have the evidence.
She should also take the contract to the Director of Public Prosecution.
Yes.
The FIO would not ordinarily investigate this matter. No. You can, and how they tie up the FIO. Don't trust the FIO.
Go to the DPP.
Good afternoon, Starkey. Or the Ombudsman. Oh, that is something, Devon, she could go to the Integrity Commission.
Yes. That's something.
So, how she listening? That matter you could take to the Integrity Commission.
Because you have physical evidence.
Yes.
To back up what you're saying, the statement that you back up what you're saying.
Because what she's saying there is alleged fraud. You know?
Serious too.
So get a lawyer, check the DPP. Don't trust the FIU.
No.
Yes, I say it. Not to trust them.
Don't trust them.
And go to the Integrity Commission. Because everybody talking. Let me test the Integrity Commission.
We go test them with this particular one.
Let's test the Integrity Commission with this one.
And we behind you, ma'am.
So, Devon, you have to link me to that person.
No, definitely.
So we go test the Integrity Commission with on. They playing beast.
Yeah.
We go here. Let me take the call.
The receipt, everything.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hey.
Master Carl. And Devon, good evening.
Yes, my friend.
Yeah. Friday I call on the program and I make a statement about Rolo. Let me tell you something.
Let bygones be bygones. Let me go back at flying boats.
Yeah, let me tell you something. This lady that are call on the program, these are the people that have to keep and let us give information. Not Rolo coming and disturb I think with something that I don't call for the time. Like call some other program.
Let us not be distracted. Let's stick to it.
He and the woman take about a whole 10 minutes saying all kind of things.
What? Let me argue to disagree on that. Let me not raise the pressure.
Yeah, but nobody wants to hear about what Rolo, how he live his life. Nobody wants to know about Rolo. Rolo is just our only citizen and is a fake.
Carla, let me deal with the matter at hand, Carla.
But what I'm saying, these are the people that have to listen. Like the ordinary man on the street.
Yes.
The program, don't cut them off.
Yeah, but everybody have their opinion. We respect that. We don't have to argue, but we have to respect it.
And some other woman called in and spent 15 minutes talking good about him. Rolo is just
No. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make, the woman had to call and she said what she had to say, and is it truth?
Yeah, so don't worry. So what we go do now? We go test that one with the Integrity Commission.
Well, all you have to do it.
And we go by the Director of Public Prosecution. Yeah. We don't go in by Claudette because she go laugh.
Yeah. Don't entertain the people. They always want to dive on the real issues. They can't call and share that program and tell me stupidness, you know. Yeah, they can't call and share that program and tell that. Yeah. You have to get them out. You have to get these people and them out. And let them take in 10-15 minutes talking about something different to what you're talking about. You're talking about getting life. You want to come and talk about some kind of thing. Everybody know about England and colony and all them kind of thing and them.
All right.
Yeah?
All right, thanks.
All right.
Bless.
Yeah, that, I mean, and Massacre, that's the tip of the iceberg, you know.
Yeah, man, more.
That's the tip of the iceberg, because if it started from the top with GDB and it reached down to the low level of the constituency branch offices, and so we in trouble.
Devon,
we in big trouble.
When Dennis Cornwall, Minister of Finance, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, say they moving the procurement from 15 to 100,000 now, ball out corruption.
Cry out corruption.
I say corruption.
Look at what is going on right now.
That the reason for doing that. To fool the pocket at the expense of poor people, children. Right, take the call.
Kickbacks.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Devon.
Yes, my friend.
Good afternoon, Mastercard.
Yes, sir.
I only called to say I love the slogan. Keep it on the down low. We'll have no contracts to get.
Yeah, man. The slogan sweet.
Keep it on the down low.
Slogan, it's a new slogan.
Yeah.
I just like the slogan.
Keep it on the D-low.
Yeah, you have more contracts to get. Thank you for us.
All right, my friend.
Good program.
Keep it on the down low.
No.
I said in Ken Junction last night, and I want you to join me in the chant. Bangers bust, but Susu doesn't. Bangers bust, but Susu doesn't. Bangers bust, but Susu doesn't. So take Susu in you.
What is the word that rhyme in front? He word that rhyme in front. I ain't saying no, whatever.
You asked me about this.
No.
Now, Mastercard.
Devon. Now, in our exuberance, which is good to defend the party which is good, but we must never forget how the election thing in Grenada is a numbers game. We must remember the back of our head. The more we have, it's easier for us to win.
Yeah. We must not subtract.
So we cannot try, because the thing is addition and multiplication and not division and subtraction. So in our exuberance, we must not forget that.
Can't.
Because banks does boss, the procurement wouldn't boss.
At all.
That many of them running a more colors.
I'm telling you.
That's why the budget deficit is $144 million.
The Susu camp.
Because that money, and we just knowing that happened to a lot of people already.
Yeah, the Susu camp boss. Is a Susu them
The man right, you know. When he say bang does boss.
But Susu.
But taking the money wouldn't boss.
Yeah, take Susu in.
We go test that one with the Integrity Commission.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, gentlemen.
My friend.
Yeah, listen, I just want to give you all a bit of information concerning the MIT minister and EPS. Would you know that it's two sisters' children, first cousins?
Oh my Lord!
No joke.
So I don't know. No, I from saying a bit, so I'm fully aware of that. Like two sisters' children, first cousins. So
who is that?
The MIT minister.
The MIT minister.
And the permanent secretary?
Yeah, first cousin, two sisters' children.
How many permanent secretary there is in MIT? Lord Jesus. All right, my friend.
Allah. Have mercy on us.
Bro, go here.
Yes, I heard that. Our condolences.
Bro, the man has called him bro.
Yeah.
Bro, move on us.
Bro, move on us the next day or the day after. I heard.
Yeah.
Bro, always telling us, boy, we have to do something.
Bro, moving up.
We have to go out and march. Bro,
We lose our soul, yeah.
we delicate.
Right, take the call.
Good afternoon.
Hey?
Good afternoon.
Hey, man.
Let the lady get a lawyer to work with her to go and get it. To go to process that contract. You have to get a lawyer and do that. Don't if you work just to and go in office at all. Let you get a lawyer.
Caller.
Advisor, what you do just like.
Watch. Devon. So I went in Riverside yesterday. And a man pulled me in a car and I say, what, he has security in the government school. He fence wrong and somebody still break the school. You know?
Riverside?
Yeah, the school fence wrong.
Yeah, and
they say he has security gates. And somebody still break the school under.
But only girls that work in the security, man.
Girls alone?
I find it's only
no,
girls.
you have a guy there. I saw a guy there one time, I don't know.
Watch.
I find girl alone and see me.
One of the things that happening while you mentioned the security companies and so.
So here we're going on, Devon, because I want this thing. So the information is the lady hold on to the evidence, the contract, because that indictable matter, and you don't have statute for that. So even though they don't want to do it now,
we go hold it.
Somebody go get jam when the rescue mission hit the place.
Yeah. Somebody
Are you playing beast?
Minister Andrews.
Are you playing test?
You are my MP.
Keep it on the low, Devon.
And I think we are friends. Right? I'm encouraging you, sir. You need to clean house. Only if you don't want to, you don't clean in the house. Only if, as some people say, that you're doing the thing too, you know. And I'm hoping not.
Driving at a point.
I'm hoping, Minister, that you're not getting yourself involved in things that is, I mean,
I hope you say now the down low is only the down low. And not a low down dirty shame.
Okay.
Let me take it, Gates.
No, we don't have.
Yeah.
Bang does bust, but Susu doesn't bust.
Driving at a point.
No, we getting to understand that it's a Susu all they running.
That is why they move the procurement
from 15 to 100 grand. So if there is a contract that might be worth $300,000, they could split that contract in three phases.
But you know what happen? Who finally will get enough go come and talk again just now?
Well, they start already. They go.
They go and get jam.
Watch.
They can feel pam.
Massacre.
Corruption in the land.
They're so greedy, some of them,
That's why we have to make them go. They have to go now, please. We have to rescue. And that is what I was saying Friday. These are the things we need to tell the people we go rescue Grenada from. Yeah. This level of corruption.
Yeah. You see, because we have we have the evidence.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Hey, good afternoon to you, Devon.
Hey. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Sakal and Igwe.
Miss Madison.
I'm doing good.
The place open like book, Miss Madison.
All right. Well, the weather looking a bit is showing.
You looking dodgy.
But it doesn't matter. It's all right. I get one of my friends, the builder, to come and they fix up the tarpaulin for us.
Okay.
Nice.
Then we will get sorted out.
Okay,
then
nice.
we get sorted out. I'm sitting here and I just think to myself, am I living in Grenada or am I living in them other third world country where everything coming to nothing, government, word does not mean nothing. You walking the street, parents complaining they can't afford to pay their children bus fee to go to school because they haven't got no job. When they're working, they're not getting paid or they're getting part of the money and another part. Look what's happened 2 times in Carriacou. Look, you know how Mr. Nibada and Dr. Keith Mitchell fight to build up Carriacou and to build Tam City. So now they close. Now look at it. It's demolished. I get enough feedback, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it's a little bit. It's still there.
Okay.
Where? Yeah, but look at Tam City. Tam City is damaged. It's gone, right? So what's happened to our children? We should be going back again. We're going backward instead of we're going forward. Because that's the children is to leave Carriacou and go down to Grenada to school. But when the Tam City branch is here, the children was able to go to Tam City. It's not right. We hear the ministers and them doing so much things in this country. So much things is happening. Remember in the beginning, minister sold someone car without the owner permission.
Yeah, that was the start.
Redhead was doing that. He sold the car without the owner permission. So what is happening now? We're going through a transition. And we're going through a transition and we don't know where we
Transformation.
With transformation agenda. They come in there and they bright wood and smoke. And they don't know nothing. They're destroying the country. They're destroying beautiful Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martin. But I don't know what's happening in Carriacou anymore because Carriacou really needs to be sorted out. Honestly. Anyway, you lot have a nice day. God bless you.
Okay, have a wonderful evening.
Vanny Cohen, good afternoon. They say he in charge of crime. Vanny Cohen, look into that.
Look into that crime.
Because in days when you're prosecuting, a man say You would have salivate over such incriminating evidence.
Fly can pass by him when
you know what? Salivate.
Yeah.
When he in the court and you see him walking up Market Hill or Church. Vanny Prime, going to get them.
You take the oath to protect the people, to protect and serve.
He bad so. He going now. The boy good.
And the thing could reverberate and rebound and go back right up to the minister with his stupidness. MIT, we won, we say disband this ministry.
It's a worthless ministry. It's a ministry that only mischief alone that goes on there. Look at what is going on to the quote-unquote police project on the Carnage, police headquarters. Look at what is going on with the road down in, what do you call it again? Woburn, somewhere down there, the cliff.
The cliff.
You understand, around there? I mean, look at all, so much things is being mentioned of corrupt practices, and yet for all the Prime Minister is saying that he sees no evidence of corruption. Look at what is going on in Lotto. It is clear what is going on that warrant an investigation, and the Prime Minister is prepared to defend that. Well, it's a good thing statute of limitations does not exist for these crimes. So,
well, the Susu the boss in by the man know when you talk about the Susu, the man well know what he didn't know yet.
And the man was confident to say bang does boss.
What Susu doesn't boss.
Susu doesn't boss.
By that procurement moving from 15,000
to 100,000. How does Susu go?
So $52,000 contract they want to give the man $600.
Yeah. He driving how does Susu go, boss?
Yeah, let me take the call.
Good afternoon.
Yes, guys, what? That is food for thought this evening.
Thank you.
Trust me, that is food for thought. And I hope the Grenadian people taking action and listening and taking action. That man and them bad. They was on Gramazon. What? I can understand what's going on in this country. We have to get up and get seriously. Look at another thing I'm looking at. The privatization of this general hospital. Where the poor people going? Where the people going? Lacroix, Artway, and when we have to purchase more casket and coffins to bury dead people? Because when you don't have money to go in the hospital, how you will get well? How you will be able to attend? Privatization of what? But what's going on in this country? This man has cost. This Prime Minister has caused something wrong with this man. I think something wrong with these people and them. But that is food for thought. Trust me, Grenadian. Don't sit down there and don't listen to this thing and don't take action. Let us take action. We have to do something about it. We cannot sit down there and let this thing just go wrong like nothing. We have to save this country. This country has to be saved. It's time. The most corrupted, they talk about the NNP was corrupted, but that is the worst. That one is the greatest.
Watch, the MIT ministry was formed to dismantle the functions of government institutions. That's why everything goes through the ministry. Housing, infrastructure, everything goes to MIT. Because the intention is to dismantle or make other ministry inept.
Carl, that is worse.
Because that man say he have no original idea and he nearly go in jail.
You understand? And he say it.
Oh no. And he say do them all.
Yeah.
They will get customer.
Boss, that is greatest, bro. I'm telling all you, that is greatest I ever see. Grenadian people take action. This kind of information you are getting there. Take action. Let us take action. We have to get these people and them out of power. These people and them, they come to destroy Grenada, and they come to destroy each and every one of us. It could be NDC, it could be GLP, it could be who. Let us take action. These people and them too wicked. Carl, you and Igwe and Devon, all you continue. Jam it on them. Jam it. We have to get them out of power. Thank you, sir.
All right, my friend. Yeah, they're like them big blue crab in a hole. You go put a stick right there so they can't move.
So when some people call on a other program on morning and calling and the most honorable and the most honorable,
the most disgusting,
I want that same your friend.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask Andy about the MIT, in the MIT ministry and that contract thing on them.
I want that to ask Miss Ebon, I could call she name.
And find out about this contract thing for us.
Yeah, we want to know.
The most honorable.
Ask the most honorable.
Yeah.
If he know what's going on with this contract thing on them.
Just know
and if he advising people to take it, to keep it on the low too.
On the low too.
Let's take it. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon.
Hi, how are you?
There.
Just lift your voice a little bit, cause.
Yes, Mr. Carl.
A long time I haven't heard you.
Mr. Carl, I don't want you to hear me.
Why?
I want you to know that you have to find out from the hospital there is a matter of, this is a matter of concern. It's supposed to be, we understand that there is somebody with consumption in the hospital now. That is what we have
Consumption?
to What do you?
What is that?
I tell you what. You don't have to tell you?
You say consumption?
Oh, okay, very well.
All right.
You know what is that?
No, I don't know what that is.
Educate him on that.
Yeah. Enlighten me.
There is somebody with tuberculosis in the hospital right now. Okay?
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
Real receipts thing in it?
That thing could
Thank you.
spread.
Thank you.
There's a bad thing, you know.
TB. Ministry of Health. Please.
It's not a good thing to have.
Well, here comes another minister again. You understand? Here comes another minister again, the Minister of Health. Please, investigate. You see, we like to do all the work for all you, you know. Investigate and find out, because you see, diseases like these things like TB and others and so, they're not easy things to deal with.
No, it'll spread.
And we cannot afford to let something like that spread through our hospital with the present condition that it is in right now. It is deplorable, dilapidated. No medication.
But I'm afraid to say, a friend of mine, very good friend, had a little issue. And he went in the hospital. And the day they decide to put him out, he gets sick. He gets a bug, as they say, in the hospital.
Jesus Christ.
So the hospital is not even a safe place to go.
So he go in
and he get a bug in the hospital. If it was not for the mercies of God, he died.
You see,
that was going on in the hospital, and they don't want people to say that.
They don't want people to say that.
And now they don't want the blame now after they promised to make here the health capital of the region. So they want to statutarize to say not us. That the answer to it, not me.
We meet today.
Right, take the call.
But you're improving it. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Hey, good afternoon, Devon.
Yes, my friend.
Devon, I do believe the majority of crimes that happen in all the ministry, the ministers them know about it. They know about it. But what happens now? When they look at the amount of money collected a month, and they know what will be the end result, when they find out that when they already know the corruption taking place, and they are the messenger reporter to the Prime Minister, they know what is the end result. Because you have a minister, Lacret, who investigates the matter in the latter office, and he has a messenger reporter to the Prime Minister.
Get fired.
What was the end result? He gets fired.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the minister looking at the amount of money they get in a month, and they have to safeguard the work. So they knowing the corruption, they can report it to the Prime Minister. Because if you ever report that, if you ever think about reporting before, they don't think about getting a job somewhere else. Because the head kind of stone, the head man that gives
So,
to the corruption.
where fish does spoil first from?
Right? In the Prime Minister.
Where the fish just spoil first?
Have to keep quiet. So, hello?
Where the fish just spoil first?
It's from the head.
Ah.
From the head. And Pascal, I go tell something. I was working security. I was security. I employed with the government working security. And what we were saying, what we are saying, many of the person that get the contract, get the contract, is some of them were ministers, but they put somebody else's name to sign for the contract. And many of them ministers didn't get a contract, and they have somebody else as some contractor working. So you see, definitely corruption was taking place.
Because we want to
And
know about the
as
security contract in the gardens,
yeah, yeah, all over.
in
Them,
the
them
ministerial
ministers get it.
complex.
Right? So, Masakal,
Yeah.
I'll bless you.
Somebody say they want to find out about what's going on with the security contract in the ministerial complex. Who is the real owner of the contract? If the ex-police, they want to know, they ask, they want to know if the ex-police is only fronting for somebody. I don't know.
Because a lot of security contracts popping up in the
I'm
different
telling you,
schools.
and only girls.
And here what is ironic about they giving their friends and family and everything like that, and you know they are not trained.
But if you go,
but
if you go back to nepotism, that's what it is, you know, friends, family, and associates. And that was happening here in this country. And that is why we have to rescue. That's one of the reasons we have to rescue the country.
You have to take away this country from the hands of these.
So rescuing the country is not giving away the planning, but saying what you're rescuing it from.
Yes.
Corruption. Nepotism. Advantage on poor people, children.
I mean, how was it?
Yes, let's go.
Good afternoon, welcome.
How you doing, my brother?
Not too bad.
Devon?
Yes,
Paul?
sir. Hey.
My brother, I want to talk to Mr. Deacon here. Hey, Mr. Deacon, you make believe you are the one with ambition. Mr. Deacon, you make believe you are the one with potential. When you take an oath, you swear that you're going to run this nation. That's the reason why you came out when you are just a nation. You see that information will be only given a need to know. But you know deep in your heart, it had meant that you're going to run a failed nation. That's the reason why you're full of corruption, because you cannot make decisions. There is nothing larger than the bread that we breathe, but it doesn't even fail us, my brother. He's not on top of things. Everything have its end. Anyway, my brothers, hold it down. One love.
Yeah, man. One love.
I hope Mr. Lennox and Judo involved in that thing, contract thing.
So, based on what you're saying, Mr. Lennox.
Let's take the call.
Okay. Good afternoon and welcome.
On WhatsApp, you're saying good afternoon?
Yeah, what's up?
Right. Good afternoon again, gentlemen. That issue with the farmers, where promise was made to the farmers and the distribution in the process was to be given out by all the ministers of government, and at the same time, one of the guys involved in the whole process is the senator, the guy who for this St. Mark's district.
Quincy.
The embarrassment that show up in the end, and the anger that is there with the farmers right now. If these guys are listening to themselves, they would understand how stupid they are. I couldn't understand for 1 second how to present checks to farmers, you have to have ministers all over the country. And at the same time, so embarrassing when so much farmers went there in the district offices, where the people you need to have in the district offices are farmers representation, farmers, guys, people who work in the ministry as going to the farmers field. That's the people supposed to be there. But they were left out. And in some cases, even the very day, a lady called on one of the programs and sent and point out that she went there, 85 years old, I think, if I remember, she said it right. And she don't get a cent. So much farmers go to the banks. You're hearing it over and over. Go to the banks. expecting the check to be there, only to be told, no, no money coming. Watch me. The projected budget presentation that was postponed is not an accident to me, you know. I keep pointing out to people, and I talk about that program them that you all have, that the government is broke.
The Brooks.
They're not generating revenue. Watch me. I am closer to St. George's Town than you guys. The port is a dead place most of the time. They're collecting a lot of money, maybe through the courthouse and whatever. But the port, for example, where revenue was generated so much, especially during Kit Mitchell time. The way business used to function, the shops and them, the evidence was there. That's not a hard thing to understand. This
Why?
guys and them are just so dumb and stupid. And I'm not afraid to use the words like that. They don't have a clue how to run a country. He acknowledged to the journalist or the lady, whoever, I don't know if she's a journalist or you, that Kit Mitchell is more a genius than him. He tried to identify Kit Mitchell. I hope you listen to him a lot better nowadays, since that he acknowledged that Kit Mitchell is a genius way above him. Kit Mitchell produced that country. The best prime minister we had, period, is not my most beloved. Papa Blaze is my most beloved. Love is love, as you should understand what that means. I love Papa Blaze a million zillion %. I love Kit Mitchell just a little bit less. But that's understanding. The genius among us, the best genius we ever had in this country, running this country. As much as Gary, Matty Gary was a genius too, nobody come close to Kit Mitchell as a genius in running a country. Not only Grenada. The rest of the world maybe you could say jealous that guy. Gentlemen.
All right, caller.
I could tell you, I could talk for the whole evening.
All right, caller.
We know you already.
But the evidence is there to show. Take care, gentlemen.
All right, take care.
You know, I want to send out a message to the parliamentary secretary from St. Mark's. Right? I could talk to him because I grew up in St. Mark's. I understand, Mr. Parliamentary Secretary, that you're not a gentleman that's friendly to women. Right? You need to stop that. Right? As somebody who is vying to be a representative of a constituency, you need to accommodate everybody.
You done with this guy already?
Child, men, women, even the animals. You have to accommodate them. Stop advantaging certain persons that you don't like. Just a friendly warning, so. I could tell you that I'm from Victoria. I have strong roots in Victoria. You understand? So I have my information about it. Stop it. You are a young man. And I know your mother wouldn't like what you're doing. And I'll leave it right there. I want to plead my cause for those, the cleaners and the cooks, especially the cleaners in the schools, right? And the debushers who continue to be paid under the minimum wage in our country by the government of this country. It is deplorable. It is sickening to know that you have people working, right, in schools and so on. You paying them under the minimum wage and talking about they don't working enough hours. Give them more hours if you have to. You understand? They've been working there for years. Would you like to be cleaning after children?
They want how much hours the people are working?
Well, they haven't, based on my information, I know cleaners does be going in the morning and in the evening.
No, average, how much hours?
They could work anywhere between 5 and 7 hours in most cases.
So 12, 5.
60.
So whether they don't work in They just have to pay under 60.
Exactly. Even if they're working only 5 hours.
Yes.
You understand? Based on their pay, they're supposed
Based
to
on the minimum
something
wage.
wrong somewhere. Something is wrong. What is... I can understand. Look at the debushers. You're chanting about... Are you talking about the debushers? I want to make it known right now. A practice that is going on in the debushing. No. They give you a contract for 10 days. They're paying you the contractor for 10 days. The contract was done in 4 days. But you know what the contractor is doing? Some of them, and I have facts, I won't call name, they're paying the workers for 4 days.
And take the rest.
And take the rest. What kind of nonsense going on in this place? Minister Andrews, I'm calling on you again. This practice is happening in your constituency, sir. Do something about it.
Good evening, Nancy.
Okay.
Officer Nancy, good evening. They want to speak about a situation in Victoria. I hope all you check it out.
Exactly.
Investigate the matter.
Investigate it. Pull them
because
in
the law is for everybody. Nobody is above the law. Not even a senator.
Not even a senator.
Let's take the call. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Master.
Hey!
In the eye.
Yes, I and I Rastafari.
Devon, I like to touch you first. You complain about the bushers. 99% of the bushers are NDC supporters that become food for NDC.
Our fear is fair.
Yeah, but you know, fear is fair. You have to give them the wage.
I just understand that. And I've been telling them that I make 2 men leave the work, you know. And it was on the ward there, we're getting paid twice a month. And when I chat to him, leave the work, I say, you can't do that. I say, you can't do that. Government raise the minimum wage. So you have to, if you can't get, government can pay you minimum wage, you don't work with them.
Don't.
The farmer, the farmer man, he paying you 60. Right? From what was 5 hours, 12 5s are 60. Man come on the farm, he's supposed to work 5 hours, $12 an hour. You know what I mean? That's in what the men put there. But the cooks in the school and the people have to leave the job. Leave it. Leave it.
Yep. That's what they have to do.
And my son,
hey.
When
hey?
I hear you
Fix your phone, Rasta. Fix your phone.
Yeah.
Circle your phone.
You're breaking up. We can't hear you. Yeah, better give us a call.
Fix up the phone, Rasta.
Yeah, give us a call back, Ras. You have a little difficulty.
At all.
Why is the government is so bent on destroying its own people? Eh? Minimum wage, you boast everything about that. You raise the minimum wage to this and that, and you continue, you as a government, you as the leaders in our country, continue to discriminate against, I mean, not because them people are in represented by unions. Mr. Brian Grimes, who have been glad to represent them. You understand? Come on, man. All they do better than that. Everything that you guys have been doing targets the poor and vulnerable.
Corruption.
Right? In our country. Who you use to carry out your corrupt practices? The poor and vulnerable.
Corruption.
Huh? What is wrong with you guys? You have no empathy. You like nobody. Only seek for yourself. And I continue to tell Grenadians, you know, look at what these guys have done. As they come in, they raise their salary. 3-folds. They raise their salary, and what they do to you? Nothing. Nothing. And we going around and supporting them and want to kill people for them. You understand?
Bangladesh boss.
But Susu don't boss. They have
Susu doesn't boss.
Yeah, they have a Susu running.
So take Susu
So who hand it is for?
What if what rhyme in front?
Who hand it is for? No.
I don't know.
Which one of them? Which hand?
Well, they say keep it on the down low.
Oh yeah, we'll keep it on the down.
But we go test the Integrity Commission.
No, serious. We will test.
No, we go test them. If they playing beast and they don't want to say nothing. If they want to do like Pontius Pilate, let them wash their hands.
And trust me, you know.
And we go involve the director of public prosecution. We don't go in fire because we're afraid they won't do a good job.
They won't do what they have to do. They taking directive too.
If they vex that the business.
Who cares?
So if Mr. Daniel and them want to vex that the business.
Say what? You have other avenues that you can go and get justice.
We don't go into Claret because she go laugh like she have a...
Yeah. And if the powers that be here don't do nothing about it, well, we should be prepared to
we
go.
We don't go into the journalists and they don't say nothing.
No, not so many of these local jobs. We will go to Linda Straker perhaps. You understand? But we will go international if we have to. We will spread it via media.
They say Susu does end up in police station when money don't pay.
Exactly. So he doesn't boss. Police station he doesn't end up pay.
So with that money don't pay.
So he doesn't boss.
He doesn't boss.
So Susu money always sure.
Always sure.
So with that one happening there and money don't pay, you go end up in the police place.
In the police place. That's where you end up now.
Vanny Cohen.
We sending something to you. Pay attention.
I hope it's not above your pay grade.
And competence.
I mean, these...
By me scared that tongue, you know.
So much of corrupt practices going on in this country. And they take it, you know, they're doing as if nothing is going on in this country. I mean, what... God help us.
The one that is work in the bank and he lose his work in the bank, I don't hear in them these days. Yeah, one that is work in the bank, they like to talk and write. Write about that.
Right about that one. The B-man.
The one that try to force himself on journalists.
Yeah.
And the board in Ivan. And the computer on them in Nadma. And they begging 10 years now on the on social media.
And continue begging.
And them to talk about that.
And some going and feel sorry for them, especially some all in the diaspora. All you have to stop that stupidness,
Yeah. You have to
stop that stupidness.
Don't support that stupidness.
All you don't live in here, all you support that foolishness. Yeah. And then after all, you want to send and tell all your family who to support and who not to support. Everybody have a mind all your own. All you living under Trump and Biden. We living under these terrorists that we have down here. Poor people terrorists. Destroying the fabric.
But hear what going on with them, you know. You know you have what they call Elon Musk.
Oh God have mercy.
What post he get?
Well, he's
a post similar to MIT.
Yeah.
Well,
to circumvent and dismantle. Exactly. A lot of them go come down here. Oh,
yeah. They don't have no papers. No papers.
A lot of all up there who continuing to
all they have to deal with Elon Musk, not me.
The robot man.
Elon Musk and Trump all they deal with. I hope Lord God help all you. Leave our business alone.
I like Trump.
If you want to take part in what is going on here, come and live here. Don't stay out there and say all kind of foolishness.
No man, the place open like book with Donald Trump. Elon Musk go deal with all you.
We want all to call and talk about the corruption, the corrupt practices that is happening
within our
government.
And watch. We have the receipts.
We have it, the receipts. Not one receipt, you know. Receipts.
We have the copy of the contract. I want all to call and beat up. You want us call Mr. P and talk about oil and gas. Yeah. I know you listen. Call.
Call us and yeah.
I don't play in beside. I want to talk about shrimp farm. That what happening now? Shrimp farm small compared to the level of corruption you are going on now.
Shrimp farm
is small plans compared to the plans of corruption all you have.
But he was driving at a point,
yes.
Which is you have to serve the people.
Yeah.
Hungry mouth.
Yeah.
If you beggy,
oh,
you could come and be parliamentarian.
Yes.
All kind of people go buy you because they know you're hungry mouth.
I hope he's not I hope he's not Tozy telling that.
Yeah.
You're a doctor, you're a professional.
He's a professional.
That's the point.
Can't buy us.
Because you and I are professionals, we can serve.
And nobody can buy us.
And people can't buy us.
I hope, but I don't believe that.
So,
I don't believe that.
Dangote could buy you.
I hope in Nigeria and them in buying you. You only hope. We can only hope that. Dangote and them are deep pockets.
DJ Tomatoes.
Yeah.
A lot of tomatoes go sell, I tell you. They say a man in Nigeria invest 20 million into this tomato thing. Tomatoes go sell in Grenada.
Tomato go sell in Grenada.
The same set of farmers, they don't want to give them money by tell them plant tomatoes.
You know, a friend of mine meet me the other day and say, Mr. Romain, how the Prime Minister like pink so?
Hey.
He go in St. Lucia in pink.
Hey.
He go in Dominica in pink.
Got the uniform.
He driving at a point.
He driving at a farm.
Yeah.
He got the uniform.
Okay.
He driving at a point.
He driving at a point.
That's why so much rainfall over the
Rain
weekend. Rainfall on the
And
galvanized.
what?
And everybody.
When he caught in Dominica, he bring back that rain, so you know what going on up there.
Rainfall on that galvanized. Rainfall on that galvanized. We experience it
Because
over here.
them guys them love post office to walk by.
Randolph Robinson, the post office master. Yeah. Well, you the post office master because one time you say the post office was owned by Gary Boyne, you know.
Okay. So the question begs right now as you bring up that. We want to know if any CRIF money was used to pay people in the postal corporation.
Yes. That is why I call you out in Randolph Robinson. Is CRIF money paying employees in the postal corporation?
That's why the budget deficit is 144 million. That's why they collecting 32 million, 32.2 million or 4.4 million dollars more. But it don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense.
No sense.
Too much to spend.
Too much to spend. That is why all the Can't Touch the River Road project.
So all this $52,000 from that, under that $52,000 because they give MIT a lot of money.
A lot of money, over $50 million they give MIT.
For infrastructure,
yes,
roads and bridges.
Development.
Oh, the CRIF money.
And then they take a 25 and put in development.
But they want part of the thing, and when we come next week, we go to the supplementary talk out infrastructure under the MIT ministry with the people money, the people funds.
Exactly.
And look at how they doing it. They keep back, they pull back, they take back.
Take back.
So now we're growing up now, and I grew up in Pinesfield, close to River and Twine Estate. So based on what your name is or your affiliation, you could go and pick up coconut only, and they saying how Devon come and take. But when I go and pick up two coconut, they say Massacre come and thief. We're doing the same thing, but I thiefing and Devon taking. So what going on there? Some taking.
Some taking.
And some thieving.
And some thieving.
What we have to do is who thieving we have to find out.
Yeah,
who taking and let the Integrity Commission know.
Yeah.
And the DPP.
And those who taking, they like to take,
Yeah.
They like to take.
And
so
So poor people children thieving. But those are the what they claim poor. What calling the so-called poor.
They take in.
They could sell van, all kind of things. They could bounce people children.
They could beg on radio for money.
They could beg on radio for 10 years.
Because they take in.
And they get in contract. They say they have big contract in them Dunn family.
Yes.
They say, look who are contract in Dunn family playing domino. I say, they playing domino, don't know.
Who guys security
and they like pink. They like walking around the post office.
Yes.
And rain does fall. All of them.
You realize we're having some dread weather these days?
They are enclave.
All that money passing from the CREF and all that corruption.
So, but CREF money going to MIT for infrastructure, and they say bridges and roads and things. So the 200 feet of road
in Union
for the $52,000, they give the man $6,000.
600.
600.
Oh,
600.
What 600,000? They pay the man a day work. A day work. And then they call him and give him a couple. What?
They want let me leave that program and go home.
You be better.
Good afternoon, caller. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon again, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
When you listen to the supplementary budget, you could recognize the deficiency of these guys and the inability to generate revenue that would have led to the new budget to come. There's a whole lot of duplication.
All right, Carl.
It is obvious to me, putting things in perspective, it is obvious to me, and I comment about it on your program, where these guys and them didn't have a clue of how to generate And to the extent that they couldn't generate, the whole issue show up in the supplementary budget. The supplementary budget had a lot of duplication.
It didn't have no duplication.
They don't have things covered.
It didn't have. That was deliberately done. Or you have to understand what's going on.
Well, that
You
if you
thinking
understand-
rational. You thinking rational. They're doing it because of corruption. So don't put the two together. You is a rational thinker. You think rational how things should go. They think out how they go do it for them to make money. So it's two different things. Don't say duplication. It is deliberately done. Monies have been put into certain places so certain people could access it easy. So under the procurement,
I'm saying that.
So it's not duplication. You saying duplication, not duplication.
They do it deliberately. That duplication.
No, man. You're giving them credit when you say duplication.
So money that was already there. Come and show you.
What is done is a deliberate act to take the people money.
Well, Master Carlos, I'm saying that's why the duplication come about.
You talking about infrastructure and you putting money in MIT.
In the beginning of that
You talking about housing and you putting money in
white
MIT.
collar crime. White collar
Supplementary
crime.
budget came out. I point out that they do the duplication because of corruption.
All right, my friend.
You understand now?
All right.
Take care, sir.
Take care.
What? This thing is not duplication. When the money came and they realized we have to find a way for it to be easy to move.
To dabble in it.
So they put in GDP because they know they could go and take it.
Run something else here.
They put a lot in MIT because the man in MIT have no original ideas. He nearly go in jail for taking already. They're not thief, take. So they put him money where it's easy for him. I warn them. I say you lock a cat in a room where he cannot come out and he have cheese. When you open the room, the cheese eat. You don't see the cat, but the cat hide the cheese. I call the cat by the name of Galaraga. I say they have Velcro hands. That is the antecedents. Because they came before God and man.
And confess.
And say, I could have gone in jail. And we know why they could have gone in jail. And you put in a set of money. What you know is a weakness, and listen. The Prime Minister knows. So it's not no duplication. He draw an analogy. When people say, why you give them all that money? He say, watch, if you want government on the cheap. He quote somebody from Singapore. But the man from Singapore say one. First, everybody has to speak English. Secondly, we only want good people to make a contribution. This government don't want good people. Anybody that believes that NNP, they making them go. Thirdly, you have to pay them handsomely. Yes, they do it. But fourth, the man was hard on corruption. Even the aunt was corrupt and she get damaged. But this one, when you talk about corruption, he's telling you about who have moral authority to talk about corruption. I have moral authority to talk about corruption. And burn pan and kettle. If burn pan and kettle, let me burn pan and kettle. Because look at what's coming out in the contract. So I want the photogenic one. Next time he come back, ask him all the $52,000 contract and they give him man $600. That is the crux of the matter. And that is the issue we have to deal with. And that is why I keep telling people, that is the reason for rescuing. It's not just rescuing as a mantra.
The reason for it.
That is the antecedents. That is why, that is the fact in issue. The facts that we must adhere to and let the people know watch. We want to rescue the country because we don't believe only NNP actually in power, but we believe when NNP in power is a more just and stable society. That is why NNP have to come back to put the things right.
Quality.
And we have to tell the people that. And we have to tell them the expectations is to take in the information. The expectation on the public is to take in the information, and when that time come, make a decision. So man to come in and tell you how they go give you pension, they go make you permanent, and it's utter nonsense.
Stupidness.
Anytime they come and tell you that, you tell out with that. You lie, damn lie.
Damn lie.
That is why we dey here, and that is why we telling people rescue, yes, and why we need to rescue. It's not for us. It's for we children.
Country.
And we children and the country. We need to rescue the country, wrestle it out of the arm of the National Democratic Congress. They're too corrupt.
And what?
And I want the defenders to debunk that.
They can't defend that.
I want the defenders to say that is not true. Yeah. I want the defenders to say otherwise. Although they only begging the people for money and making a set of papi show, trying to hold on people, children, and they have a scandal for both police searching your place for computer from Nadmal kind of stupidness. And I want to come and play. The people that don't have no moral integrity to say nothing in Grenada. The Prime Minister talking about who have moral integrity to talk out people. These are the people that don't have moral integrity to talk out nobody. Those thief on them. Hands thing. You come and talk about you don't trust Jonathan Lackred, but you trust in thief. And you want to say, they call him Bang does boss, Susun does boss, and you want people to rhyme with front. What happened to you?
Too much.
So when a party gets into power and they behave a certain way, and you can't understand why they're behaving, did the thought ever cross your mind to ask who funded the big rally and the big fete and the jump up?
Dangote.
And how do you know that the decisions that seems baffling to you as a citizen may not be decisions that are made in the interest of the people who funded the rallies and the big fete that we went to and jump up and have a good time? If we had laws that says limited, for example, the amount of funding that any individual could give to a political party. If we had laws that said a political party had to report every cent that it got in donations and publish it, or politics will change overnight. But we don't have those laws.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Brother Carl.
Hey.
Yeah, when Mr. Jonathan Lackred was selected as a candidate and he started to campaign, I was one of the first person that never had confidence in him as a politician. He didn't do me nothing, he never done me nothing up to now. I have not done anything. But I didn't have confidence in him at all. And that stemmed from the kind of hypocritical prayer I've heard him praying. And from then, I realized, I said, I don't have much confidence. When he became the caretaker parliamentary representative for the constituency, I listened to him say certain things. And he was giving the impression that Dr. Mitchell was a very good man. And he spoke so good about Dr. Mitchell in one breath, and in the next breath, he said he wasn't doing anything. He remained there too long. I said, that man ain't going to make a good politician. And believe what I said, he happened.
And he gone.
So these people...
So he didn't make a good politician in your view?
In what? Yeah, in my view, yeah, he didn't make a good politician. I never.
But the genesis of his interaction with the Prime Minister was because of corruption in Lotto.
Yeah, but up to now, the Prime Minister say that he make him go untrust, and he or Jonathan can't tell people where the trust is.
Well, sometimes it's better to. There are certain things you have to say is about timing.
Yeah. Well, it could be about timing.
Yeah, there are certain things about timing. Everything happening in the fullness of time. You see just how the Nigerian break the news about the oil and gas?
Well,
it was about timing.
I see that. But I didn't have any confidence in him. And
well, you didn't have.
He have not done me nothing. He have not done me
a lot of people in St. George's Northwest had confidence because that's the most vote anybody ever get against Dr. Mitchell.
Well, yes, but soon after that, it was not as what they expect.
Well, everything.
Yeah.
Anyhow, brother, have a wonderful day.
But I think it's time for the truth to start coming out in those things.
You come in, man. Don't worry.
Right.
You come in.
That's all we want to know, the truth.
All
If
right.
NMP have the blame to be taken, take it. But let's hear the truth of those things.
You better start to plant tomato.
Why tomato and not guava?
Well, the man in Nigeria, when he come out, say he invest in 20 million in tomato processing. So seeing that his friend and he's the seller of Grenada. He go sell tomato to Nigeria, so we better start to plant.
The revolution tried that here already, you know, and they were making tomato.
I'm not talking about the revolution, I'm talking about the man say he investing 20 million in processing tomato, and I see the Prime Minister in some pity away there around tomato. Just so he talk about black pepper, so you come and say, or tomato, so I tell you, get ahead of the game, so start to plant tomato.
I hope I won't dead by that time.
Yeah.
Not about revolution, that's not now.
All right, my friend.
Good man.
You know, as we quietly coming down to the end of this program, two things before I go. I want to make an appeal to this government to come clean and clear about what is going on with the school feeding program. Our children and our parents need answers. You are not serving the people of this country with distinction. You are trying to starve. You're getting like them Israelis trying to starve the Palestinians from food. You are not providing to give our students food in school. Stop it. It's a wicked act. Every day all they go down sit down and eat in a restaurant.
That is criminal.
And everything like that. It's criminal for it to be treating our children like that. Okay? Secondly, my appeal to the leadership of the NNP. It is time for us to move the stakes. It is time for us to move a notch. We are about to take this country off these wicked people up there. We have to be organized. We have to do it right. We cannot be pussyfooting. We have to do what is necessary to put this organization in order to move forward. Grenada depends on us. Now, this is a warning to the leadership of our party.
Where shame is absent, Igwe, anything could happen like the $52,000 contract, they give him man $600. Oh Lord, all you have heart.
Have a heart.
Have a heart.
Please.
Make a better try. Please. A big man, they do that.
Yeah. And stop lying.
Well, we had the receipt, we go see how you go.
Tell me candid,
we go call him.
Wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, ear to ear. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over. They unleash the lawyer, set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to come close to tell them go.